We're talking today about the 5 tips I'm going to give you for more successfully working between brokers and franchisors. You're not going to want to miss this.
This is the Franchise Pitfalls and Profit Show. Each week, we bring you the challenges and triumphs of being in the franchise development and consulting business. The things you need to make money faster. And now your host, one of the most successful franchise developers in North America, Don Shin.
You know, when I was a master franchisee, 24% of my franchise sales over the course of the 15 years that I was a master franchisee were from consultants or referrals or leads or registrations from brokers. You know, that's a big chunk. And so I looked back at why I think I was so successful selling those leads or converting those leads. And so I've developed 5 tips that will help you, whether you're a broker or the franchisor receiving leads from a broker consultant. I've got 5 tips that I'm going to share with you today. So first one is increase your level of communications. You know, this builds relationships. This builds trust. This builds confidence. It increases the probability of a sale. And quite frankly, it's very professional. One of the things that I jump on my soapbox about a lot is how unprofessional people can be in this industry, in the franchise sales, the franchise development space, whether it's franchisors or whether it's broker consultants. So I think increasing your levels of communication indicates your professionalism. It's something that works as a professional or that a professional does. The second tip I would offer is that you want to ask your, again, if you're a broker, you want to ask the franchisor if these candidates that you're giving them are a good fit. And so why do you do this? Well, one of the big reasons is it's showing that you care. It is also showing that you want to be better. And this is a huge differentiator in this franchise development, in this workings between brokers and franchisors. And it also educates you for future candidates that you're dealing with. It's going to educate you to be giving the franchisor a better candidate, a more accurate fit. So second tip is to ask if your candidates are a good fit for their brand or not. Just don't assume that you've passed them, and you've passed a few. Just don't assume that you've been giving them the right candidates. Number 3, or a third one, is to do something special for the broker if you're the franchisor, but it also works in reverse. If you're the broker, you can do something special as you're creating relationships, or if you're starting to build a relationship, you like someone or you really like their brand, do something special for them. You know, a lot of the sales that I made, a lot of the placements that I made were from a couple of offices that were very reasonably close to me. They were within a driving distance of where I worked or where my offices were. So I would intentionally go about once a quarter. I would go visit them. And if possible, I would work it out that we would go to lunch or we would go to dinner. But that was kind of my special thing, was to take the time to go visit them. And these drives were 2 to 3 hours. So it was a day out of my schedule, but that showed them that I cared about them. That showed them how much I was investing in them and in our relationship. And it really was just something special, but it was also a huge differentiator because people in this industry don't do something like this or don't do it very often. So first tip was to increase the level of communications between the parties. The second tip was to ask if your candidates are the right fit. The third one we just did was to do something special in these relationships for the person that you're building up a relationship. The fourth thing I wanted to share today is that brokers give good information about your candidates to the franchisors. I can't tell you how, gosh, the diverse variety of information that I've gotten as a master franchisee or as an executive for some of the franchisors that I've worked for. I can't tell you the extremes that I have seen. It has gone from all the way from, disc profiles or some kind of an assessment on the person, a full, multi-page profile, plus an email overview, plus a phone call to describe and give any other information about the candidates that wasn't somewhere already. The other extreme that I saw, unfortunately, too often was I would get an email saying, I'm introducing Bob and Sally Smith to you. Bob is an accountant and Sally is a stay-at-home mom. Good luck. And I kid you not, I would get a paragraph or two in an email. Occasionally, I would get a real plain, simple 1 or 2 page sort of questionnaire or profile sheet. I really got virtually nothing from the broker. And so the fourth tip I'm giving you is, particularly on the broker side here, is to give good information. And if you're not doing enough work that you can actually give them that much information, then I encourage you to work with someone, get coached on this, take some training that's going to allow you to better profile, better know, and the information about your candidate, so that you could do a better job and present a better candidate to your franchisors. So the fifth one I wanted to mention here, the fifth tip I want to give you yet today, is to ask each other if there is anything else that you can do to help them. That's the key phrase. That's the key couple of words. Don't just say, do you have all the information that you need? Because I guarantee you the answer is going to be, yeah, I'm good. I've been on the broker organization's website. I got everything I need. So you want to ask, is there anything else I can do to help you? So that's going to open the door for you to potentially provide something that's really going to have an impact, that's really going to make a difference. It's not just the, do you have all the information, or the famous, is there anything else you need? I get that all the time. Is there anything else you need from me? Wish I had $1 for every time I heard somebody say that to me in our business here of franchise industry, franchise development, and franchise sales. So let me do a quick summary. First tip I gave was to increase your levels of communication. The second tip I gave was to ask if the candidates are really a good fit. Am I giving you the right people? The third tip I gave is to do something special in these relationships. Be different. Be a differentiator. Look different than all the other brokers out there, or look different than all the other franchisor options. The fourth tip I gave was, if you are a broker, give better information about your candidate to the franchisors. And then the last one is a very simple, professional, but genuine courtesy. Is there anything else I can do for you that would help you? Anything else I can do to help? And so those are my 5 tips about being more successful in the broker and franchisor relationships. And if you need more information, or if you need more training, if you need more free training, go to my masterclass or watch some of the other episodes here on my YouTube.